Greetings. Once again, welcome to tutorials that have been made to help us go through the Mechro all-in-one business solution. Today we are going to look at purchases. So a purchase module will help us to manage the purchases that we make as a company. So it's either you are buying services, you are buying consumables, you are buying products that will go into your inventory. So all these are going to be managed so well by making sure that your books are kept up to date. So for us to go into the purchases module, we click on purchases here. Remember we said for you to go into it, for you to get to see this menu, you click on the window 2 that is over here. So once you click on this window menu, you click on this purchase 2, and then it will open you a purchase module where you can put all the details as with respect to what you want to achieve or what you want to buy in that particular purchase. So in this case, any purchase process starts by you coming up with a request for quotations. In any business setup, you request for quotation, and then according to the quotations you have received on those particular services or products, you accept a quotation, and then you go ahead and produce a PO, or what we call a purchase order. So in this case, when you produce a purchase order, you then give your vendor the assurance to deliver the products or the services. And now when they have delivered the products or services, they produce a bill of which you pay with respect to the products that you have received. So we are going to do actually the very same way of transactions within the system and make sure we achieve that outcome. So in the first place, let's learn of what tools we have here in the purchase module. We have got, from the menu bar here, we have got orders here, and under orders you have requests for quotation, purchase orders, and vendors. Under products you have got products, product variants, and under reporting you have got purchase, and configuration you have got vendor price lists. So let's take a normal process of you buying a commodity that you keep in your inventory. In this case, Blue Diamond Deals wants to buy some chairs from another supplier so they can keep in their inventory for sales purposes. So let's do that particular process. We buy 4 chairs from some other manufacturer, so that by the end of the day we keep that in our inventory. So we'll start with a request for quotation. So we'll create a request for quotation here, and we want to buy from another manufacturer of furniture. In this system, that manufacturer is Gemini Furniture. So I will select a vendor called Gemini Furniture here, and then I'll add a product that I want to buy here. And as I said, I want to buy chairs. So you can see here there are a number of chairs that have come with respect to the type of chair that I want. In this case, I want a normal black office chair. So I'll select this chair. As you can see here, the description has come and the quantity is there, the unit price is here. So in this case, I might as well have already talked to them and found out their prices. I might leave this as blank so they can fill. But in this case, let's assume I already know the prices to be 16,000. And as I said, we want to buy 4 chairs. Gemini Furniture, when they are giving me the products, they charge VAT, which is value added tax. So I'll put under taxes here, I'll put this is VAT inclusive. So as you can see, the products that I'm buying are VAT inclusive. This 16,000 has VAT already on top of it. This multiplies the unit price and the quantity, and then subtracts VAT, and it gives you the subtotal here. So the total is 64,000, as we can see here. So I can choose to save this, or I can send it by email, but in this case I'll choose to save, and I also print this RFQ. I've printed the RFQ, and here is what you can see here. So as you're sending this request for quotation to the supplier, it doesn't indicate cost, because this is an RFQ that will come with the quotations that they will give you on this quantity and product. So in this case, you can see this is our company and this is our shipping address. That's the main office, which is Blue Diamonds Blender. And then this is the company that we are requesting the RFQ from. So this is a request for quotation number P00010, and these are the description of the products that we want, and this is the quantity. And on the expected date, we didn't change anything on the expected date, but we'll change when we go back to the request for quotation. So you can see this is what you print out and then you give to your supplier. If you go back here, this is the order date. We can change the expected date in our PO, which is a purchase order. In this case, we can confirm this order. Once we confirm this order, it will change from RFQ to RFQ sent, and then it will change from RFQ to purchase order when you confirm this order. So I'll go ahead and change this RFQ by confirming it. So once I confirm here, you will see it has changed from RFQ to RFQ sent to a PO, which is a purchase order. And as you can see here, it has created already one receipt for our inventory. So in this case, we have told the supplier to say we are buying the commodities from them according to the quote of one chair costing 16,000 VAT inclusive. So in this case, we are waiting for this. If you go to our inventory module, you will see there will be this one receipt, but I'll keep this for now so that we can talk about this in the inventory module. If you go to the inventory module here, you can see under the receipts of Blue Diamonds BT, which is Blue Diamonds Blender Office, there is one order to process. If I click on this one order to process, you will see that it is that order that is coming from Gemini Furniture of the supply of the chairs. If I click to find out more of what is composed in that receipt, you'll find out it's the office chair black and 4 of them, and 0 of them have been done. I will explain about these processes when I'm doing the inventory module. Let me choose to go back to the purchase module and check on something to do with that order. So in this case, you can choose to give them the money before or after they have delivered the product. In this case, you can do this by creating a bill connected to the very same purchase order. So I'll create a bill of the things that I'm supposed to receive from them. So in this case, I'll create a bill. You can see it has created a bill to the vendor Gemini Furniture with respect to the PO that we have received from them, or we have sent them. And then the bill date is that, the accounting date is that, and it will be recorded in the journal called the vendor bills. And these are the description of the order. But then you can see here on the quantity, it is recording 0. We can change this by just clicking on the amount and writing 4. Once we click outside this, you will see it will calculate the amount and it will be that of the particular purchase order that we have made. So once we do that, we now save this and then we can post it. So after posting, there is a way that you can use the very same bill that you have created to pay or to register payment to the client. Or you can go to the accounting module and select the bill and pay the client. In this case, I will just register payment right here. But I'll also show you when we are doing the accounting module, I'll also show you how you can deal with the bills that are coming in the accounting module. But for now, let me register payment here. So if I click register payment, it will direct me to a pop-up window where I can register now the payment. You can see here the journal that I'm using to pay is bank. If you want to use a different journal, you just have to come here and select any other journal that you would want to pay that particular client or vendor from. In this case, the amount is 64,000. Or if you want to do a part payment, you can do a part payment and still more. The bill will still be kept open for you to pay the remaining amount later. But in this case, I will pay the whole lot of the amount. And you can see here, this is the bill that has been created, the payment date, etc. So I'll validate this, and the payment button is going to go and it will register here as paid. So that's how you can pay a bill from a purchase order that you have done. So in this case, you can see I was able to take a request for quotation, I change it into a purchase order, and then get a bill from the purchase order, and then pay that particular bill using the very same purchase order. So it becomes so very much a very good process done using one window, which is only taking you through the process, and it becomes easier to keep your books so well. In here, you can see you can print the invoices. When you're printing the invoices, you're printing the bill you are using to pay this particular vendor. This is the bill, the vendor bill, and it goes to Gemini Furniture. Rather, it comes from Gemini Furniture, and then these are the other things that support the bill. And here you can see it is already saying you have already paid that particular bill, and the amount due here is 0 Malawi kwacha. So it becomes a very good way of managing your inventory, managing your payments and bills, etc. You can get some reports from your purchases by going to reporting and then clicking on purchase, and you see here these are some of the parameters that you check. You can see here there are 226.61k, which is 226,610 payments that have been done on untaxed total. Here you can change the parameter, the measure, to maybe the total. It will be to 264k. You can change the parameters as you want, maybe the volume. You can see it's about the volume is 0 here. You can change to almost anything that you would want to change here, but you can also do that maybe using a Venn diagram where the measures can be maybe the quantity build. In this case is 5, and you can view this maybe in a pivot chart, and you can group this maybe by product, and by the end of the day you'll be able to see everything that is bought within this particular month. You can add here to say I want to see on order date by month. You see all this is October. You can also try to see maybe per week, order date, maybe per week. You see this is week number 1. You can export this into Excel, and it becomes so very much handy to work with Excel from the data that is coming from here. You can create the vendor price list from each and every vendor that you have in the system, where you buy your things. So all in all, the tools that are here, the search bar here, the filter, the group by, the time ranges, I use the very same way I explained in all the other modules that I've been taking you through. But otherwise, this is how you can use the purchase module to get the best out of the purchases that you make in your business. Thank you.